A 5-2 win for the Toronto Maple Leafs in Game 3, David, as the Leafs now lead their best-of-7 series with the Lightning 2-1. Our coverage here on the fourth period brought to you by BitBuy. Use referral code TFB to receive up to $50 in free crypto while terms and conditions apply. Look, when we usually talk about Toronto Maple Leafs wins, it's Austin Matthews, it's Mitch Marner, it's their big guns leading the way. In this game, it really wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. Look, Mitch Marner with 1 assist. Austin Matthews, no points on the night. This was a game that Toronto utilized its depth pieces in order to help get them that W tonight. David Camp with a goal. Colin Blackwell with a goal as well. Morgan Riley getting things started, obviously from star power, but a defenseman getting things started. Similar to what we saw in Game 2, where Victor Hedman got things started at the end of the first period for his team. This was a Toronto Maple Leafs team that utilized their depth and allowed that depth to really come out on top for them in this game. Even put Mikheyev's 2 empty netters aside, it was really the depth pieces on the Toronto Maple Leafs, along with the goaltending, that got them to W tonight.
How huge was that move by Sheldon Keefe and his coaching staff to call that timeout after Tampa made it 3-2?
Big, big, because what you didn't want to happen was to have the Lightning kind of utilize that momentum and ride that down into the third period. You know, we saw in Game 2, Toronto in the final 10 minutes of the game, they were down 5-1, so the Tampa Bay Lightning gave up 2 more goals. There was still enough of a buffer zone where Tampa didn't have to really press any panic buttons. Toronto didn't want to get into that by any stretch. All of a sudden, Andre Palat makes it 3-2, and they're buzzing. You have to kind of temper those that momentum that the Lightning are building off that timeout and settle your guys a little bit. Settle your goaltender, settle everybody. Look, Jack Campbell, again, was very good tonight for the Toronto Maple Leafs, but the guys in front of him, you see that lead, you figure, oh, well, it's the defending Stanley Cup champs 2 times in a row. They got to get things going here. That was a very smart move by Sheldon Keefe to kind of slow things down for Tampa.
Well, you mentioned the defending Stanley Cup champions. It's funny because the playoffs are all about adjustments. And now for the next couple of days, we're going to read about the Lightning being too old, being too slow, being too tired. But where and what does Tampa do from here? Because you know John Cooper and his staff are going to make some moves.
Yeah, the easy narrative certainly is going to be just way too tired. Too much hockey in the last 2.5, 3 seasons. Maybe. But, I mean, this is a team that added some extra pieces. They've got some young assets on this lineup that can really get things going. Braden Point played a tremendous game for the Tampa Bay Lightning in this one. They just couldn't really finish because, again, the goaltending by Jack Campbell was very on point for them. But like you said, adjustments do get made, and this is a team that knows how to adjust over the last couple of seasons, 2-3 seasons. This is their first home ice loss in the playoffs in 7 games going back to last season. So they played with a lot of confidence at home. They have to adjust and get back to things on Sunday night at Amalie. I think they'll be able to do that, but the way Toronto was playing, it's no easy task whatsoever.
David, thank you very much for this, as the Leafs will be looking to put a stranglehold on the series on Sunday when these two teams face off in Game 4.